reactions to something happening, and they're all kind of different depending on what you've done. So yeah, they're kind of all over the place. It's fun. It's fun actually because you don't really know what the hell's going on.
It does pay a lot more.
In what crazy world?
A lot of voice acting.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the games, right? There's a lot of weird things involved. It's it's cool. Yes.
Have you ever met the Japanese voices for characters you've voiced for?
I haven't actually met any Japanese voice actors that have voiced characters that I've done. I met the Japanese fellow who played Hiro in Gundam Wing. That's about the closest I've got. Cool, nice. I'm just going to pronounce it wrong, so, but yes. My favorite character besides Light? Of course he's my favorite character. I don't know, you know what, there's a lot of great characters in that. You know, Alessandro Giuliani, who plays L, does such a great job. I mean, how can you, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to get him to one of these things, because, I mean, just so he can really get a grasp on how much his work is appreciated, because he's just doing a fantastic job on the show, right? The way that we record these, depending on where your session lies, sometimes I'll go in and nothing's been recorded, so there's nothing to play off of. And sometimes, depending on schedule and everything, you know, AJ will have already been in there, and you know, it's amazing how much easier it is to do your job when you have, you know, somebody to work against, especially, you know, with a cast like we have for Death Note. It's ridiculously easy. So yeah, you're always hoping that, can I just cancel the first couple sessions and make sure I sneak in there at the end so I got everybody to play off of? Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so yeah, no. L's alright, L's alright. I'll give him second place to
Of course.
Yes, Light is the best.
Light totally rocks, dude!
Alright, yeah, sorry.
I just want to say that you did a very good job on last episode when Light's father died. That was very good.
Thank you!
Oh, spoiler.
The thing was, I did a great job with Light and his relationship to his father. So, Chris Britton is a fellow that plays Daddy. And awesome, but thanks a lot, I appreciate it, man.
What was your favorite character from all the Gundam stuff?
My favorite character from all the Gundam stuff?
Yeah.
You know, like, it was really cool playing Amado just because it's nice to be the first Gundam pilot, man.
Yeah.
Nobody can take that away from me. But I mean, obviously with the reaction that the Gundam Wing got, Katra's got a, you know, soft spot in my heart. But also, you know what, I'm not giving you a good answer, a good solid answer. I'm on the fence. Because then even playing Diarco was cool for me because I had 2 Gundam series under my belt. And I heard there was another series coming out. Okay, I'll get to you in a sec, okay? And I heard there was another series coming out. And I was like, okay, Gundam, I'm all back crazy. Gundam, I need another, I want to buy another Gundam. And Brad Swaille, yeah, no, we don't want to see you with this project. But Gundam. Yeah, but you're done, like, you know, one of the new characters in 2 series. So I bitched and moaned and got an audition, and it was so sweet. The casting director, when I walked in there to audition, said, okay, you're going to be reading for a character named Diarca. Like, okay, cool, right on. It looks cool, it looks tougher than some of the other guys I've played. Okay, so all your instincts towards a character that you would play in the Gundam universe, do the opposite. Oh, okay. So instead of talking like this, I talk like this. Slow, deliberate, swagger. And I got the part. So, you know, Gundam Seed, okay, so Gundam Seed also, you know, is up there. And to bring Destiny into the mix, like I said, being able to play Diarca, and he's got a very small part in that series, but then playing Owl, who, like, I mean, and I didn't actually audition for Owl, they just kind of gave me the part, which never happens to me. I mean, it does happen, where there's, you know, there's sometimes they're like, okay, I know we're gonna get for that far, right? But usually I'll have to go through the pigs to audition. They're like, you know what, Brad, you got Owl. Really? Really? Cool, man, nice. And so, I'm like, okay, he's a little crazy, and he can't sound like Diarca, because there's a couple scenes where Diarca and Owl are both flying around in the same scene, right? And it's like, it's me, and I'm almost talking to myself. So I got Diarca doing this, and then I got Owl doing my, like, Cobra Commander impression, right? Okay, sorry, yes, you had a question.
How do you feel, because like switches from being insane to be psychotic with doing everything, and then he's like concerned teenager energy. How do you feel?
There's a range of emotion with that boy. Yeah, it was, like I was saying, it was really fun and challenging to kind of do that role, because not only does he start off as like a well-mannered, you know, boy, and then become this raving psychotic. But in the mix, you hear what's going on in his head, and sometimes he's, you know, outwardly being nice and kind, and okay, I'm going to solve this case, bring kid and justice, all that kind of stuff. And then it cuts to his internal monologue, and it's like, I will kill you. Show me your name, you're dead, you're going down. It's like a frown, Charlie Brown. So I mean, yeah, it was fun to have, you know, a little bit of license to kind of go back and forth with emotions sometimes like that, right? So, and then of course, like, it builds to this crazy climactic epic towards the end, and it was just therapeutic for me. Actually, that whole series was therapy. Like, if I can go insane on camera, then maybe I'll be okay for a little while longer. Yes.
Have you ever thought of cosplaying as one of the characters that you voice?
Have I thought about cosplaying as one of the characters that I voiced? Yeah. Thought about it? Yes. Many times. Been brave enough to do it? Not yet. I was... Yeah, I did... I did something a couple of years back. Yeah, okay. I was working on it just to show that because I go crazy Halloween, love Halloween. I've been for the last probably 4, 5, 6 years. I've been building crazy costumes for myself. So I do have some sewing skills now. Those came by accident. I don't know. I was first time it was Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid, right? So I built everything from scratch, right? So I had like all these straps that I had to attach somehow. Like I could use my hockey tape, and I was probably the best idea. So I called my mom. Mom, you still got like an old sewing machine somewhere? Yeah. What do you buy? Halloween, I got to use it. So I retaught myself how to sew based on the 2 weeks that I in life skills in grade 8 or whatever, where, you know, between woodwork and metal shop and electronics, we had like 2 weeks of sewing. So like, okay, once I could figure out how to load that damn thing. I don't get it, Mom. Help me. Okay, and then go through here. That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Oh, okay, all right. Where was I going with that? Okay, so yeah. So I was working on a Halloween costume, and this was August that I was out here, and it was a show that Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, right, was at, and so I kind of freaked out a little bit because I'm a Star Wars fan, like most. And I was working on this Halloween costume that was Han Solo riding a tauntaun. So like my legs were the tauntaun legs, and but my torso was Han with like the little Han legs and the big head here and all that kind of stuff. So like a total dork, I decided to, in honor of you know, Princess Leia, I brought it out here and walked into battle wearing this stupid tauntaun outfit. Oh, tauntaun! Does anybody here see that? Yeah. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. So yeah, that's the closest I've gotten to cosplaying thus far. But you know what? I know now that I have the skills to build a gun suit. How cool would that be, right? But, I mean, if I was gonna cosplay, Sandrock, baby. Sandrock. I'm a fan of Diarca's Buster as well, but
Sandrock.
Sandrocks.
That rocks, dude.
But yeah, I've seen a handful of Gundam outfits, and my goal would be to make one that you can actually walk around in. I've seen this one guy, ridiculous death sight that he had made up, but trying to see him get on a stage like this high, seriously, like, you know, a foot or whatever, it was a production. Yeah, I had three people. It was insane. I mean, it was just fun to watch.
You get one really cartoon.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you gotta kind of prop him up and then let him go. Like it'd be sweet if you could build a gun and see if you could actually like kick and punch it. So.
Around with wearing a regular box, then on the front he just has a sign that says gun.